Hey guys, how are you doing? Welcome to the Superhero Post Show. So I just got done watching Wandavision, and holy crap, what a heck of an episode! Definitely the best episode so far. 'Cause this actually explains a lot, and not just a lot for not a lot for the show itself, but it fills a lot of gaps of Wanda's life throughout the MCU, throughout the time of the MCU. So let's just get into this review of WandaVision episode 9. Or sorry, is this episode 8 or 9? I don't even know anymore. So let me make sure episode number because I have it up right now still. Episode 8. Episode 8. So in this episode, we do get no Monica Rambeau. We get no Monica Rambeau, no Agent Woo, no Vision. Well, we do get Vision. No Darcy. This is all about Wanda and Agatha and her life, and basically like her life. So it opens up with Agatha. She's like being held at a witch trial, but it's actually by other witches because she basically broke some rule, I guess, and they were basically saying, she's too powerful and all this stuff. So her mother actually scheduled for her to get killed, and so they all, I guess, were trying to suck the life out of her, trying to do something. But what ended up happening is that Agatha started sucking all of the power out of each witch, including her mother. And this probably explains the reason why she's lived so long, because she sucked the life out of all of these witches that she can live all of their lifetimes. So she probably living like 5 or 6 lifetimes longer than what she actually can live because she's a witch. And she's probably been getting her power from sucking the life out of other people. That's kind of what it seemed like. So, and coming off the bat, like she comes off with fire saying that Quicksilver was fake. Quicksilver's not real. She said that Quicksilver is dead and in another continent with a bunch of bullet holes inside of him. So Quicksilver was fake. I still think there might be an extra explanation to that, but that debunks our whole X-Men theory. It's not happening yet, guys. So we gotta be patient, but it's fine. So Quicksilver is a fake. Um, okay, so I'm about to get to a bunch of stuff, and if it's out of order, I'm sorry, but we just gotta hit it. Wanda never stole Vision's body. Wanda never stole Vision's body. That was a fake. Hayward made up that clip to give everybody, to paint the picture that Wanda's the bad guy. That's what Hayward did. Wanda never saw him. It shows that Wanda went to go see him and she couldn't feel him, so she ran away. But she did not steal Vision's body. And how do we know that? Because Agatha took Wanda back in time because she wanted to figure out how the heck did Wanda start this hex? Well, how did she do it? That's why Quicksilver kept asking her, how did she do it? Because Agatha wanted to know. So she went back in time in her head and went through all of these memories. And by the way, I'm getting a bunch of texts about WandaVision right now because everyone's going crazy. And so we also see her and Vision's interaction. It might have been their first. To me, it seemed like their first interaction. I'm pretty sure it was after Quicksilver died. She was in the Avengers compound, and she was, you could tell she was pining for Pietro, and Vision started comforting her, and he started gaining emotions. Now, I don't know if she like made the emotions happen because she had a lot of connections with the stone, but Vision started laughing, and they started like the bond. This showed you the start of their little, love relationship. Um, and also, obviously, we all knew this, but she's always loved sitcoms. Whenever you see her in this show, she's always watching a sitcom. That's just the main, plot, the main theme of this. Um, and another thing, she had powers before the stone. The reason why that missile didn't go off, Agatha says it because she put a hex. Because remember, they sat next to the missile for 2 days. How the heck does a missile not go off 2 days? She put a hex on it. Agatha actually said that. She's always had the powers. The stone just amplified the powers because we go from that scene to the next scene about when she sees about when. So basically, they wanted her to touch to try to touch the tesseract because everyone that's touched the tesseract has died. Wanda doesn't even touch the tesseract. The tesseract reaches out to her. She ends up seeing a future version of herself, and she ends up fainting. But that's what Wanda sees. But what the people see on the camera is just Wanda fainting, which is actually really weird. So yeah, we end up seeing that, and then so yeah, and so as I said, she can see the Mind Stone. She sees her future, and she ends up fainting. So also Vision, the reason why she ends up in Westview is that was Vision's future plan for their lives. They wanted to grow old together. He wanted them to grow old together in Westview. Now I don't know if that's an actual letter from Vision or it was a setup all along from Agatha, but I don't think it's a setup from Agatha because Agatha is still trying to figure out how she did it. So apparently Vision wanted them to build a house together and start a life together. And basically Wanda gets on her knees and freaks out and forms a whole house, and the whole town turns into a freaking sitcom. Um, another thing you guys need to know: she made Vision strictly from her own power. She did not steal his body. Strictly from her own power. She made him like that, you know? And that Nexus freaking commercial keeps running in my head every time I see this powerful crap happening. Because now you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't she a Nexus being? I'm pretty sure she's a Nexus being, which means she's practically a god. There's not a lot of Nexus. I'm pretty sure there's like a Nexus being in each Earth or universe. She is a Nexus being, which means she is a god, which means she can create things like this, birth kids out of imagination and out of pure power. And in the end of the episode, right? Agatha names her officially. You are the Scarlet Witch. Now, this isn't like a made up name or a cool name. I'm pretty sure it seems like there was always a legend of a witch that's going to come that's going to be more powerful than what anyone has ever imagined. That is going to be a type of a god. And that's the kind of vibe that Agatha says it in. She says, like, you are the Scarlet Witch. And I'm guessing Agatha's been waiting for the Scarlet Witch to appear. Maybe that's why she wants to live long, so she can either steal the power of the Scarlet Witch or work with the Scarlet Witch to rule the world or rule the realities. That's kind of the vibe that I got. So the Scarlet Witch is what was a legend, basically. And now she found the Scarlet Witch, is Wanda. And in the end, she was choking the kids. They were crying, "Mommy, mommy," and she's trying to save them. But Wanda's just messed up, and Agatha basically class as it called the Scarlet Witch. And then in the end credit scene, we see Grey Vision. We see Grey Vision. So obviously, since Wanda never stole Vision's body, Grey Vision was made out of his body parts. So if you guys know in the comics, what happens is Grey Vision is emotionless. He has no emotion. The Mind Stone is what gives Vision his emotion. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure. And what ends up happening is in the comics, Vision ends up like dubbing her. Dubbing means he curves her because he has no emotion. She ends up falling for Wonder Man. So what I'm looking forward to next episode, I'm looking for a Vision versus Grey Vision battle. Vision is going to go in there. If Grey Vision is going to cause some wreck, bro, there's going to be a big battle coming up either in this episode or next episode with Monica and Vision, both Visions, and Wanda and Agatha. And she might bring back Quicksilver just out of the figment of her imagination, just because YOLO, just for the crazy battle scene. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So mutants right now are out of the picture. There's no mutant anything. I think that was just casted just because, and maybe she did cast Pietro because he was from another universe, but she did not hint to any X-Men universe at all. It seems she just did it for the heck of it. So this is my review on WandaVision. I'm going to do a more little in-depth interview throughout the week, but this is basically a quick summary of what happened in this episode. Thank you guys for listening. Have a wonderful day. Rest in peace, Tyrese Bowman. Happy Friday. It's 4:11 a.m. I'm hype. Let's go. This was crazy.